So what are pensions and why have one? Well, some people turn off immediately at the word pension, and we've had many different regimes over the years, and I think that's contributed to the apathy that we've got at times for pensions. I like to try thinking about them as your future spending pot. So that's money that you decide not to spend today, but that will be spent at some point in the future. Now, that point in the future might come when you decide you no longer want to work or you no longer want to run your business. And at that point, you're going to need income to replace that regular amount that was coming through each month. Now, for most people, the state pension might not actually be enough. There are many different types of pensions, but I'm going to focus on employer pensions today. So, employer pensions are generally offered by large companies, and all companies now have to offer them as well. The way they tend to work, and each scheme will work differently, so it is worth checking with your own HR department and your own scheme. But for every pound you put in, they will generally match up to certain limits. What makes it slightly more confusing is they tend to work in percentages instead of overall amounts. So if you put 1% in, so will they. If you put 2 in, they'll do the same. And again, it will vary by scheme, but on average, it tends to be between 5 and 6% that you contribute, and 5 and 6% that they will then match. If you like a bargain, and most people do, it's the best buy one, get one free offer you're going to see. These things tend to be widely understood by people in their 40s and 50s, but not so much by people in their 20s and 30s, because retirement isn't necessarily that close on the horizon. If you decide actually that 4 or 5% that you decide to put in your pension, you don't want to save for the future, you want to spend today, you will only get to keep 3 or 4 of those. The main reason being the first lot of free money you get is the tax relief that the government adds. Then the employer adds that 4 or 5%, you won't get that either. Although, again, scheme rules differ, it is usually a use it or lose it kind of situation. Generally speaking, I think it's much better to get an understanding of these schemes sooner rather than later. So contact your HR department, or alternatively, go out there and find some advice.